Your brain is tired in ways sleep alone cannot fix. Not because you are weak. Not because you are lazy. But because modern life never allows your mind to truly rest anymore. The noise never stops. Notifications. Messages. Stress. Bad news. Scrolling. Pressure to succeed. Pressure to keep up. Pressure to always respond, always improve, always perform. And eventually, your nervous system becomes overloaded. You wake up exhausted. You lose focus easily. Your motivation disappears. Your emotions feel heavier. Even simple tasks begin feeling overwhelming. And deep down, you know something inside you feels mentally worn out. Take a slow deep breath in. And slowly out. Right now. Stop blaming yourself for being mentally exhausted in a world designed to overstimulate human minds constantly. Because modern life is attacking your attention every second of the day. Your brain was never designed for endless stimulation. Never designed for constant comparison. Never designed for non-stop information overload. And yet, this has become normal. Everything is in God's hands. Even the seasons where your mind feels overwhelmed and emotionally drained. God understands the invisible battles happening inside your nervous system. And struggling mentally does not make you weak. It makes you human. Now think about how rarely your mind experiences silence. The moment you wake up, you check your phone. Notifications. Emails. Videos. News. Music. Stress. Your brain immediately enters stimulation mode. And it stays there all day long. No wonder your mind feels exhausted. No wonder your attention span feels broken. No wonder peace feels unfamiliar. Your nervous system never truly slows down anymore. And overstimulated minds eventually become emotionally tired. Say this slowly: I am not weak for feeling mentally exhausted. Again, my mind deserves peace. Breathe deeply. Because your nervous system has been carrying invisible pressure for too long. Pressure to succeed. Pressure to stay productive. Pressure to always improve. Pressure to never fall behind. And many people silently live in survival mode every day without realizing it. Their bodies are resting, but their minds never stop racing. That creates emotional burnout. And emotional burnout changes everything. Your patience weakens. Your focus disappears. Your anxiety increases. Your sleep quality suffers. Your emotions become heavier. Your motivation fades. Not because you are broken, but because overloaded minds eventually shut down emotionally. Everything is in God's hands. That means your future is not ruined because your brain became exhausted. You can recover. You can rebuild focus. You can rebuild emotional peace. But healing requires slowing down enough to reconnect with yourself again. Now imagine how much stimulation your brain processes every single day. Endless content. Negative news. Social comparison. Bright screens. Fast videos. Arguments online. Pressure. Fear. Financial stress. Emotional overload. Your nervous system never fully exits survival mode. And eventually, your body begins sending signals. Exhaustion. Brain fog. Anxiety. Emotional numbness. Lack of motivation. Difficulty focusing. That is not failure. That is overload. Take another deep breath. You do not need to hate yourself for struggling mentally in an overstimulated world. You need recovery. Peace. Stillness. Balance. And many people are searching for motivation when what they truly need is nervous system healing. Now say, I release constant pressure. I release overstimulation. I release emotional overload. I allow my mind to rest. I deserve peace. I deserve clarity. I trust God to restore my mind. Breathe slowly. One of the most dangerous things modern life normalized is constant mental noise. People no longer know how to sit quietly, how to rest without guilt, how to exist without stimulation. Silence became uncomfortable because overstimulated minds became addicted to distraction. And distraction temporarily numbs emotional pain. That is why people scroll for hours without realizing it. Because constant stimulation becomes emotional escape. But escape is not healing. And eventually, the nervous system becomes exhausted from carrying too much for too long. Everything is in God's hands. And maybe this season of exhaustion is not punishment. Maybe it is your mind begging you to slow down and heal. Because your value is not measured by non-stop productivity. You are not a machine. You are a human being with emotional limits. That matters. Now think about how often you ignore your own exhaustion. You keep pushing. Keep forcing yourself. Keep criticizing yourself for not doing enough. But exhausted minds cannot function clearly. Burned out people cannot perform at their best. Your nervous system needs compassion while healing, not punishment. Now say, I stop attacking myself for being tired. I stop measuring my worth through productivity. I choose healing. I choose balance. I choose peace. I choose rest without guilt. Take another deep breath. Healing your overloaded brain requires intentional changes. Less stimulation. More silence. Less scrolling. More presence. Less comparison. More gratitude. Less pressure. More self-respect. Small habits slowly rebuild mental peace. And over time, your focus improves. Your emotions stabilize. Your nervous system relaxes. Your clarity returns. But healing does not happen instantly. Overstimulated minds need patience while recovering. Everything is in God's hands. And God is not disappointed in you for needing rest. Even strong people become mentally exhausted. Even disciplined people experience burnout. Even successful people reach emotional breaking points. That is part of being human. Now imagine yourself 6 months from now. Sleeping better. Feeling calmer. Thinking more clearly. Less emotionally reactive. More focused. More spiritually connected. More peaceful internally. That future is possible. But protecting your peace must become a priority, not an afterthought. Now say, I protect my peace. I protect my attention. I protect my nervous system. I release the addiction to constant stimulation. I create space for healing. I trust myself to rebuild slowly. Breathe deeply. Many people today are physically alive, but mentally exhausted, emotionally disconnected, spiritually drained. And they keep waiting for motivation to save them while ignoring the real issue: their nervous systems are overloaded. Your brain needs moments where it no longer feels attacked. Moments without noise, without pressure, without comparison, without endless stimulation. That is where healing begins. Not in constant productivity, but in restoration. Everything is in God's hands. And your story is not ending in burnout. There is still peace ahead of you. Still clarity ahead of you. Still energy ahead of you. Still purpose ahead of you. But you must stop living as if exhaustion is normal. You deserve a calmer life, a healthier mind, a more peaceful nervous system. And slowly, through healthier choices, that peace can return. Take one final deep breath in, and slowly out. Modern life overloaded your brain. Now it's time to protect your mind before exhaustion becomes your identity. Subscribe for more.